Greetings, traveler.
And I've just been really enjoying Rogue as well. Right. And there were people who wanted to know how to draft the Rouge, so let's do that. Alright, it changed it. Why do you don't craft golden cards? I do. Which would, because the other ones are going to rotate out. Alright, so I do like having the early weapons, and I think the Royal Guard is fine. But I think the Commander is just a bit better in terms of adding a bit more beef to your deck. It also is very nice if you're going to be more aggressive and we don't know what. So I'll pick up the Commander and we will see what we get. Sprint is in the really bad bracket, but I really don't mind Sprint right now. So Sprint is almost always free and I usually end up picking it. Hench Clan Tug is almost always free. It's really good. I do not mind Shiv. I would also not mind Silverhand. I put this on screen, right? So I'm just looking at my previous decks. This went 10, I believe. Mainly looking at the mid game, right? So 3 5s. This one 12 recently as well. Fairly low on the mid game. 2 nice big boys in the sprint. Did have those double shivs. Yeah, I do like the shiv. My instinct is the shiv, so I'm gonna go with the shiv. Start a new tradition, craft MVPs, golden after every run. No thanks. I'd rather craft them based on how often I'm gonna be picking them. I also don't have a lot of dust right now. I usually just use my dust to craft. I'm gonna go with the Fox. You usually get better removal than Assassinate. Lasher is totally fine. But Fox is just amazing, and the way how I play Rogue, I just need to make sure I don't run out of things. And Fox is very good at not making you run out of things. Sludge is okay, it's a mid-game minion. Not much else to say about it. I usually pick up the first Sap. It's insane. Sap gives you crazy good mid-game swings. I really like having premium 3-drops. I think this could be any of the cards, because for the way how I draft, Mystic is nice because it gives me a 2-drop which I can use to combo things such as Sap on turn 4, or if I pick up an Eviscerate or my Minstrel later. So the Tango for Mystic really adds flexibility to your curve. It also is a more aggressive minion, right? Where if you play Tar Creeper, you can't trade with it. That's the one downside for Tar. It's overstated, but you can't really attack with it. The Tar can help protect your Hench Clan Thug, which is already a real synergy. The Shadowblade would be nice, but I think I'm gravitating to one of the premium 3s, and we still believe that we might get 1 or 2 weapons in the end. So this one's cool. These ones are actually pretty cool. The Instinct is the Mystic, so I'm gonna go with the Mystic. I've been really liking those Spider Tank bodies. I think here we Shadow. Let's have a look. So we currently have 2 premium 3s and a Fox. I want minimum 4 good 3s. It feels like I should pick the Blade here, but it's kind of close. Punished. All right. So we wanted the, oh my god. I think it's just Sea Giant though, but we wanted the Tangle Fur. Man, how many weapons is it offered? 4 in the first 10 picks? Holy shit. All right, let's go Sea Giant. I really like having a couple big boys to finish the games, and Sea Giant's really nice. Oh my god. Shroom Brewer is okay. We only want to pick our 3rd weapon later. The Twitch app is on Coast Dragon. I'm not sure what went wrong with it. It's not working for me right now. Apple Bomb's also fine. It's a nice taunt, but pick the bubblies. Pick the big boy. War Golem does not belong in this bracket. Holy moly. Probably a Tar Creeper. I'm really not worried about turn 4 plays too much. If I have like 2 decent turn 4 plays, I'm happy. That's usually how the curve ends up working out. I already have 2 weapons, so we will pick the Tar here. Master Swordsmith is playable, and it helps you combo things. Scorp is fine, but in Rogue you have your dagger. Most of the things you want to Scorp, you know, like you can Scorp a Basilisk, but Rogue can already handle it with dagger and all that. So I do like the thing that does something more. Huge fan of knives, forehead. It's really nice for drafting that bit heavier. I'll take my second 4 here, and then if I don't see a single 4 after that, I'm fine. If I get another really good 4 like Keening Banshee, I'm okay taking it. I'll take Frozen Crusher for the big boy. Gives us a little bit more meat to push with. All right, so let's have a look. I have a sap, and that is it. So I could see an assassinate here. I really want Valspine or Kidnapper. Either of those is way better than assassinate. I don't think I want Ringleader, so it's either Cheap Shot or Assassinate. If I'm guaranteed no Valspine or Kidnapper, the Assassinate is better. So I think I picked the Assassinate just in case. The Cheap Shot is nice though. I could try it out. I've had it once and it was fine. This is a tough decision, right? Because you either get offered Kidnapper and you're fine, or you don't and you're not. I think I'm actually going to go with the Cheap Shot the more I think about it, because I don't really want to settle for Assassinate. The other forms of removal are so nice. Alright, Minstrel is great. Love having 2 Minstrels. Pick up the first one here. Alright, not the Doctor. It's a bit too slow. It's either Assassin, which is a totally fine 2-drop to play either on curve or later in the game, or Deadly Poison. Do we have any cool Deadly Poison synergies? We could put it on a Shadow Blade to make a Reaper. We don't have an excess amount of combo cards. You don't need to combo Minstrel early. It's weird to combo with Perditions because you need to play Perditions first. So I think it will actually go for the 2 and have something to trade with later. Okay. We have a Tar Creeper. We have a Frozen Crusher. Okay. Do I have any cold blood stuff? I can put it on a Swordsmith. I can put it on a Tar. And then maybe on a Commander. Maybe on a Big Boy for lethal. It's because Spellstone is in the lower bracket, sister. So Assassinate is more expensive to pick. If Assassinate was in the lower bucket, I'd probably pick it more. How many things do I have that I want to play on 3? Tar, Mystic, Thug, maybe Fox, 2 weapons. I'm guessing it's Worgen. How much stuff do we have? We have Minstrel, we have Fox, Sea Giant, War Golem, Crusher, Sprint. Yeah, Worgen is okay. It's a safer pick. Alright. I could see Shiny Finder here with 2 weapons. It's either that or, oh my god, so many weapons offered by the way, right? Kind of crazy. I could see the Dwarf, but it doesn't feel like a Dwarf kind of deck. I think the Shiny Finder is nice for what we got. Hello. Okay, so we skipped on the Assassinate and a second Sap has presented itself. Normally I pick Eviscerate over the second Sap, but because there is no Valspine and no Kidnapper in this draft, I will go for the second Sap. And if I happen to pick up a Valspine or a Kidnapper, that's fine. You know, that makes the deck even better. But without a guarantee that I will have Valspine or Kidnapper, I will take the Sap. And now we are happy that we skipped that Assassinate for the Cheap Shot. Second Shiny Finder might be a bit too much. We do like the Premium 3, so very happy to pick up the Mystic here. Okay, this could be a Bone Drake. I don't like Bone Drake, but I think this might be the deck for it. We need more stuff, and Bone Drake is just that. Bone Drake is stuff. It's a card that gives you more stuff, and it's a body that can push face. I already have a Shiv, I already have a Fan. Yeah. So it's not that I never pick Bone Drake, I'm just very picky when it comes to that card. But it is by far better for what the deck needs here. So we'll pick it up. Ooh. Another Premium 3. That would make the deck very consistent. So if I pick that, I have Thug, 2 Tanglefurs, and a Tar, plus Frost Rider. That gives me 4 things I really want to play on curve, plus 2 weapons. That's a very healthy mix. Let's do it. All right. How is the Unraveler for us? Great Cheap Shot synergy. It's not many spells down here. And the Unraveler gives you another body. It's not the cheat death. Because we have the, or death, right? Not death. We have the early game handled, it seems. We have 4 premium 3s. We have a couple fillers. We have 2 weapons. Fillers being, you know, the 2 mana cards. We have a Yeti and a Brewer. The mid game is a little weak with just the Sludge. Are you ever concerned about having too many 3s? No, this is draft after draft. And the decks go 11, 10, 9, 12. So in Rogue, don't be concerned with having too many 3 mana cards. It works out. It's every time when I draft this, chat goes like, oh my god, pick some 2s! You have too many 3s! And I'm like, no man, trust the process. Like Dagger on 2 into Premium 3 is okay. It will get you there. The Assassin's Blade helps finishing games. The Assassin's Blade does pollute the Shiny Finder pull though. Because with Shiny Finder, you really want to pull one of the other 2. Okay, I think because of that, the Unraveler is actually fine. The Blade going face is nice, but I don't want to pull it with the Shiny Finder. I want Shiny Finder on 2 into Perditions or Shadow Blade, not Assassin's Blade. Okay. Looks like we will be picking a 2 here. We don't really have any Scale Height synergy. We don't have a Plague Scientist. We skipped the Cold Blood. So it feels like we're just gonna Fairy here. You could pick the Rock Pool. The Rock Pool helps you for the coin Rock Pool into Dagger versus Paladins mainly. That's not gonna happen very often with our curve though. So I do think it's Fairy. Fairy Dragon can be really annoying. Like I said earlier, we don't have the Cold Blood, so there's no awkwardness where you want to Cold Blood your Fairy. We don't have anything we want to target the Fairy with. So I'm going to go with the Fairy. And another Assassin. Okay. I'm really happy we picked the big boys when we could, because the deck is still a little light. 1 Minstrel, 1 Fox, 2 6s and Unraveler, a Wargolem, a Giant, and a Sprint. It's fine. It's definitely not bad, but it could be even a little heavier. But yeah, we do like the other Assassin. They're still pretty annoying for the opponent to deal with. All right, interesting deck. Let's see if Master Collins has returned.
I'm going for the highest win.
You're managing expectations here, so... you can share the camera for a moment then, right?
Alright, yeah.
Ooh, it feels still a little choppy.
Yeah, it does. With the camera.
Monka S. Might have to leave the camera off after the draft. Alright. Interesting. I could see keeping just Tangle Fur here. $60K
yeah,
finally.
I'm still getting into the game.
Ah, okay.
Okay, now I see it. So just Tangle Fur and look for double 3s.
Yeah, I don't really like the Fairy here. If I did end up picking the Rock Pool, it'd be okay.
The Rock Pool, yeah.
Because you're getting a 2 from the Tangle Fur anyway, so I don't really want to keep the Fairy as well.
Hello, challenger. The pleasure is mine.
See, chat? Not enough 3s. That's the problem. This wouldn't have happened with more 3s.
Reporting for duty.
That is incredible.
Suppose going Hero Power is fine. I'm a little scared of going Tangle Fur into nothing.
You will pay for that, cur.
You don't?
Well, you have the 2 at worst.
Yeah,
well, maybe
that's not rogue worthy. Also, like, Lone becomes very weird. So I've done this before, right, where I didn't Dagger, and I always regret it.
Here we go.
Okay.
Because now they Lone, right, and then you just go Tangle Fur off the shield, and it's actually fine. But if you go in Tangle Fur, they bump, they Lone, and it gets...
Yeah, the one time I did this, you know, if they played Shrew, And I was like, no,
True,
and then
right?
it was
Yeah,
like,
okay.
it was like Righteous Protector, and I was like, no, come on, like why me? Why do I have to deal with this? Okay, that might be worth shooting.
I'm inclined to agree. I think if he goes through silver here, it just steals a lot of our thunder or bells, right?
Here we go. That is incredible. The pleasure is mine.
I saw lag in the spec. That's never happened before.
Yeah, it's pretty
Oh
laggy.
man, yeah.
Well
You can
played.
coin the sludge.
Coin the GG.
I
I like
see.
it.
Well played.
Totally.
You know, you're sometimes you're more BM than me. I like.
I respond in kind. You act without provocation, right? You're like, hey, I'm gonna shit on this guy. I'm just like, hey, you want to emote? I can emote, man. You know, let's have a conversation here.
Okay.
Feels like a sap.
Yeah, Sap 3.
I might just take this moment to Frost Rider because it's gonna get real awkward afterwards,
We're gonna replay that in there. You could blink Fox.
and then sack the fox with the dagger next turn.
Yeah, yeah,
Dagger means we'll have 4 mana. That's weird.
yeah. That is weird. So you're gonna Argent? Probably not.
You will
Maybe
pay
it's
for
the
that,
Mystic,
cur.
but that does give him a 2 and this thing again.
So many.
Alright, I guess Fox is fine and we'll go from there.
Okay.
That's a 5/5, that's fine. Could just be tackle for that.
Yeah, let me restart. Let me restart the computer afterwards. I am kidding. It's so weird.
Sure.
Did I leave my computer on? It's because I've never seen lag while
The
spectating.
Lich King.
Oh, concentration? Okay.
If you want, you can do a speed test as well, right? See if it's your connection or not.
Okay.
Alright, I'll see you in a bit.
Okay.
Alright, boys, we're on our own. Colin's always debating us.
I mean, I'm still technically here, but okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but don't let that stop you from saying shit, Shady, okay?
A stranger will offer you aid.
Ooh. Ooh. I think we do that on the 5 next turn, boys.
Here we go.
But that is a good draw. Pretty sure it's your connection. It does feel like it's connection, yeah. But if he does a speed test, then he'll know, right? Dagger first, and then sap would be interesting. You can't play the thing, though. You can't play the fox then if you dagger sap, so I don't like it. I don't like it. Because then he just doesn't play the thing again, right? And then we don't like that either. Alright, is he playing us too? Or is he making a dude? Find out. We could just jam the War Golem here. But I feel like Princely, and Swordsmith's better. Because this just gets Dark Conviction or Humility or blah 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 blah.
Get in there and fight.
Uh-huh. I don't know why he did that, but sure. So we doing this. We doing this. And as I mentioned, we have positioning stuff. I do not. Okay. Just do standard positioning then.
Brave heroes of Gilnet, arise.
I don't like the War Golem because it means that it's easier for him to have a swing with the conviction, equality, humility.
Dark one snuffs
Okay, there's his guy. That's what we saved the Taskmaster for. Gonna bell it. Okay. Did he just? He didn't point his weapon face, right? That'd be crazy. Yeah, no one would do that here. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm glad he didn't do that, because Lol. So it's a good sap, right? I'm just thinking, do I keep the sap for the taunt next turn, potentially? Because I could just Commander, trade it with that and the 1, dagger to 5-1, push 9. If I push 9, he goes to 15. I have 13, 16 damage available. So I don't think I sap it, even though it'd be really fun. The meme here is definitely sapping him and just making him feel the pain. But I think the right play is this. And then you kill him next turn. Because now he can, you know, he can play Tyrion and you have a sap, right? It's fine. You don't care. Or he can play a 3-drop and steed it. The sap just means that it's that much more likely you'll kill him.
Well played. Well played.
Back to work. Victory.
Never.
Boom. And that just showcases the power of sap, right? That's one of your lesser saps where you just sap a 4-drop. But that saved our 5/5, so it's pretty big. So we are playing against the Pally again. You could keep the Patient Assassin for 2, but Patient Assassin into Dagger isn't as good as Dagger into 3-drop. So I think I'm going to go for the full mulligan here and increase the chance that I hit a Frost Rider or a Tanglefur or any of that, so that I can hero power on curve into the premium 3. So we're going to look for that. And we have 2 6s and a 7, which is excellent. Excellent. Everything according to plan. There's a Tanglefur. So this will be a rougher game. We got 3 dead cards for a while. That's not so good. That's not so good. Your bottle's empty? Almost, yeah. I'll go get some more. Like I said, guys, my apologies. I do need to get a couple stretches in, so a couple of these turns will take a lot longer than necessary. Right. Okay.
Reporting
I see. Wait, what counts? We're good or not? Alright. And the hero power on 2 is totally fine here. Probably better than the patient. Alright. Let's go get him.
Here we go.
He's like, really? How long do you have to think about attacking him? What stretches do you do? Just for forearms. Under. Like basically just this, right? I guess I'll make my turn here first. Haha, easy clear with the fan.
Here we go.
Or we can 4/4 on the board. The Tanglefur would give me 2-drop dagger, but generally playing the 4/4 is better. Like if it goes bump loan or anything like that. Alright. So it looks like the Tanglefur would have been better. There's no way of knowing.
Reporting for duty.
Alright, I'll play a little slower. Because that does make my turn a little bit more awkward than it should have been. Because I could have now daggered in 2. This camera angle is really awkward. It's okay, man. It's only for a couple minutes. We'll survive.
So
Yep,
many
that's me playing too fast. Still gonna have to do this.
Stranger will offer you aid.
Never mind. Made the right play. Feels good, man. Are those glasses from the future? Absolutely. Lol. What a lucky guy. You got Doomsayer, lol. Okay, so we can try to fan for something, but it'd have to be a sap. So I think it's probably just dagger, go face. Look at that guy hitting Doomsayer.
So many.
What are the odds? So our opponent is going to have a 3 mana lead for sure. That's unfortunate.
The first wish is free.
Wait, was that a charge menu? I think our opponent may have Steed, guys. Playing an 8/8 and stabbing the bubble feels pretty good here. You could play the Doomsayer, but that's needlessly risky. You could have bells or whatever, and it's bad. You could ooze his weapon, but there's bigger fish to fry with that. So you could block the Steed with this actually. But if he buffs this 10, you can kill it. So why not just drop a big bar? I'll drop in a big bar. Because if you play the 5/5, then he might just outdevelop the 5/5, and I can't shiv and I can't fan.
Earth moves.
So yeah, we're good. Okay, so this telegraphs Vine Cleaver or Silver Sword pretty highly, which means we're definitely holding on to our sludge. Alright, sapping is quite nice here. Let's take our time. Could also fan.
I wonder.
Fan's not that great. Sap this, trade, shiny finder. Alright, need to sit down for this. I know the camera angle's weird, I'm gonna stand up again.
Choose soon.
You shiny.
That was pretty trash. I think the right play was to... I guess I'll sit down for a bit for this match, because I'm past the point where I can just mess around. What we should have done was to Perditions kill his guy and shiv the 1/1. Go face with this. But that's okay. We knew we were gonna make mistakes, so that's fine. What do we got? We could let him steed his dude. Carlos sent you a message. Yeah, I'll check in a bit. Kind of playing. Not very well to add that. Shiv here. We could fan Perditions.
So many options.
I kind of like fan Perditions, yeah.
Choose soon.
Bring me steel.
Here we go.
I get that you guys want to help and tell me that Collins is good to go, but I'm sabotaging myself enough as it stands, so let's not make that worse.
Shiny, lovely loot.
That is desperate, my man. Commander Giant is good.
I wonder.
Could go on Raveler Giant, but then that's awkward. Right? Because you want to put the 8 phase. Yeah.
To Northrend.
You could also put the 8 here.
Here we go.
Keep your 4/1 around.
Victory!
actually fine. Because this can attack again anyway next turn. Ah, nice one. Excellent selection. That's the Swordsmith. Unraveler Giant plays around a quality consec. That's correct. But then the 8 needs to trade in there, right? I don't know why he's not playing his Vine Cleaver. I refuse to believe that he smacks face without a Vine Cleaver. I don't want to live in that world. We need to play Tar Unraveler this turn. So I think I try hitting with this. Get down! Get down, get down. Guess we won't do it now, right?
Here we go.
It's fine. We could have done it the other way around. But we've made enough misplays this one game. One more or less isn't gonna matter.
Reporting for duty.
I don't think it's worth keeping this alive. I think it's better to keep this out of Drake and Consecrate range. I guess I still hold the 5-5. Because then I don't take the damage, that's fine. Ah, excellent ordering as always. I'm really feeling this game, guys. This is going on my resume. When people ask me, how good are you? I'm like, have a look, my man. This is my standard game. I always plan my decisions play out.
Valera versus Anduin.
The light shall bring victory.
Watch your back.
Hitting are only dedicated to. I'm not even sure if I want to. I think it's fine, right? Because we can maybe play it on turn 4. Maybe the dagger isn't good. Maybe the dagger isn't good, he said. Alright, we'll see. There's options here. Oh my god. Fucking hate spring, summer bugs and stuff. Just give me winter all year long. All that shit freezes to death. One of the ways of thinking when you're just inside all year. It's like, just give me winter. And there's no bugs. Alright, so we can coin a 2 into dagger into Henge Clan, which is fairly strong. And then turn 4 might just be a tar. We could also coin 3s into the 2 and the dagger, which means you'd coin tar on 2, then Henge Clan on 3. They might just like steal it. So I kind of like the Fairy Dragon coin here and then dagger into the Thug. Your stream is lagging badly. It's not for me. Must be on your end, compadre. I always have my stream running in the background to see. Sound tired as fuck. It's just morning. It's just morning, my man. I'm not particularly tired. Big sharp pointy teeth. Alright, I'm gonna focus in on the game here, guys. Because we got a really, really nice position here. It's just not screwed up. I was gonna say it sounds like a copy pasta, but Hafo and Crip are actually online, so.
I am one with the candle.
Right? Because usually Hafo and Crip aren't online at the same time. So I was gonna say, lol, nice copy pasta, bro, but like, they're actually online. Alright, so hit bump is nice. We could just play a 2 and redagger, and next turn a 3 and a sap. The 2 and the redagger plays into Holy Nova, which is a bit awkward. I can also go for the sap on this, but then if he deaths here, we're kind of annoyed. You could go for the Tangle Fur, but then Shadow Madness is annoying. You could go for the Tar, which is kind of a hedge, right? That means you don't get the Redagger. That means next turn it's just Tangle Fur Redagger. Let's do this. That we know that's happening. That's just good. So this is Shadow Madness. This is Nova, and this is a bit awkward for your dagger. But I suppose this is. I think it's about not giving him, right, a way to deal with your stuff, so I think we do go for the Tar. So this is good to really go over all our options and figure out what it is our opponent could do that could be weird. Alright. You could sap that, that's not crazy. But the dagger is nice. It'd be Dagger Tangle Fur, which would still put us in that Shadow Madness position. So we could go for Dagger Assassin and keep it really annoying for him. The other one is to just go for Sap and Tangle Fur push, and then just drop a 6. I think I like the Dagger Assassin line. It's still really hard for him to deal with. I guess Duskbreaker becomes a thing, but if he had Duskbreaker, I think he would have played it here. You could also argue if he had a Nova, I would have played it here, but we'll see.
Here we go.
So bippity boppity bop. Make my day. Go ahead, make my day. I'm gonna go close the window. What did he do? He played a Wasp in this thing. Feels like just Bone Drake. And I might sack this thing. But it does help with Sea Giants, so maybe we don't.
Choose soon. Here we go.
It's fine. I didn't really want to anyway. Okay, so that's good. The only reason you'd want to bump is like if he has a Dwarf or so, and then he would have done this. Is that a power word? Not a power word. So he's given us a dagger, but our hand is pretty clunky with dagger. Because you'd really want to play one of these 4 cards here. Because I have the sap, I'm kind of debating to just trading to keep the Bone Drake safe. You could just War Golem. Sea Giant's 10, right? So War Golem trades. 1, 2, 3. It's at 7. He plays the thing. We can still sap Sea Giant. So kind of like to get the War Golem out then. If we didn't have the sap, I think we'd have to play there. He's stacking them coins, boys.
Here we go. Already attacked.
Another game where Thug just decided the match.
Says Nemzi.
Let's have some fun.
Watch your back.
I don't like Shadowblade Keep because a lot of the time I'm gonna dagger on 2. And it's much better to play a dagger on turn 2 and then a minion. Hey. rather than dagger on 2 and then a weapon, right? It's a bit unfortunate it's Warlock, because they're one of the only classes that actually routinely deal well with the Thug on curve because of Shadow Bolt. So we'll see. We'll see whether we go the Thug line. You can also go the Shiny Finder, pull the weapon line. So we'll see what he plays, whether our dagger makes sense or not. Yeah, MC is really nice. Okay, so with him doing nothing there, Shiny Finder will be fine. So how would it work out in the long run? I'd Shiny Finder on 2. I may want to use my weapon on 3. The other one is dagger now. He plays a thing. I thug. I stab, right? So I think Shiny Finder keeps the options open. It's still possible to just play thug on 3 if he offers me a trade. Okay, yeah, this is what I mean, right? Like now we could just thug and see what he does. I might even sap if he coins here, right? He coins a 4. I might just sap. Play assassin or sap dagger. He's not reaching for the coin. And he does have the Shadow Bolt. That's what I mean, right? It's why I don't go all in on Thug versus versus Warlocks. He already knows I have the weapon in my hand, so I think Assassin and hit him in the face is fine. Whereas normally you wouldn't want to hit him in the face because it telegraphs you have a weapon. But if he was paying attention, he knows there's a weapon in my hand already. And it's these kind of games where you're super happy that you have a lot of big boys in the deck, because you don't have any pressure right now. You need to take the long route. Wow, that sucks. Coin Dread Lord, Camel. What the fuck, dude? I thought you knew the rules. Alright. This is super awkward. It's either sap his guy or preemptively hit it with Shadowblade, and I think you gotta preemptively hit it with Shadowblade and just be sad. Best chat policy. Don't say good stuff for the opponent, because it's your fault if it happens, right? They didn't have the card before you said it.
Choose soon. Here we go.
Alright, at least it's not a taunt. Am I gonna have to sap a fucking Wax Elemental? God, this is horrendous. I don't think you can win if you sap the Wax Ellie. The Crusher is so awkward here as well. You can hit in. Next turn you can fan dagger. Oh, that's bad. Doesn't look like a win. Yeah, I mean, the early game was super blocked and then he had insanely good lines after that. Our hands just didn't really allow us to play different, to be honest. You'd Crusher and Sap. See, I think we're gonna have to hit this thing. So Crusher into Wax Alley sucks so hard. I think we're gonna go Fan Brewer next turn. Yeah, if he makes the trade, then that's okay, I suppose. It's not a trade you ever want to make if you're him, right? Okay, the fan's looking better. Maybe we hit a Primordial Drake or something. Just infinite Bone Drakes, never lucky.
Choose soon. go. Too soon. So here we go.
Okay.
Calm down! I'm a doctor!
Well played. Here we go.
Alright, GG.
Valera versus Maiev.
None can escape my fury. Watch your back.
Alright. Fellow Rouge. Master Swordsmith Tar is kind of a fun combo. You could even coin the Assassin if you really want to pave the way. It's a pretty fast start though.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Yeah, you keep the Tar, but you might go for double 3. It's either keep the Tar or keep both, I think.
Bring me steel.
Bring me steel.
I got you uncovered!
Many options.
Really? You don't have anywhere else to buzz? Yeah. Alright, so it's either Shadowblade or Tar. I don't think we just hero power. I think I like having the option to go... actually, no, it actually doesn't really make sense to Shadowblade even. Because you have the poison guy up, right? We could probably just take it slow.
Choose soon. Here we go.
God. Alright, it's gone. Sorry, that was loud.
Ash to ash.
Ash to ash. Man, this patient assassin, he's getting there. You shot the fly. No, I was like, it's gone. I'm slamming the door. But it'll get too hot very fast, so. Was that a revolver? Yep. That's how I handle all my bug problems. Just shoot him.
It's time.
It was Swordsmith. I think the assassins had enough. Betrayal? Second card on the left. He was very happy with it. Die, insect! Yep. People pointing betrayal at stealth minions in 2018. Lol. It may be a bluff. Forceful, forceful. We have a loss, my man. This is not the bluffing bracket.
Quickly.
I think I might cycle the Shiv. Like we don't really have anything to do. There's a lot of good threes in the deck. Also War Golems in the deck. I think I might just preload the Shadow Blade here.
Here we go.
It's time.
X marks the spot.
Yeah, he's just gonna betrayal now, right? Yeah. If one of the mods can permit you boost them. Ooh, that hurts. It's not good to be him right now.
Here we go. Well played.
That depends, like, I think Imgur is fine. I think Gyazo is too. No, I think Standard is just fine, Big Banged. I don't think there's enough people for both. It's never just a big boy here. Sap, False Spine, Kidnapper, Assassinate, Spellstone, anything.
I wonder.
It's either play this now, but I think we'll just cheap shot it.
Amazing. Too soon.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, make my day.
Here we go.
To the traitor.
Could have stabbed this last turn and taken one less. It's maybe two less.
Think.
The first assassin gave him a lot of trouble, so second one's looking good.
Think.
For Nazata.
That's worth it. Frustrator heals him for 5. It's gonna be awkward getting the Frustrator out any later than this.
So many options.
Trade, this goes to 8. Play, this goes to 7. Looks like I can't Frustrator, huh? Okay. Guess we're not healing him.
Here we go.
I don't know, the swordsmith keep, maybe it was a little bit too cute. I expected to be able to use the assassin early, but our opponent was like very, very reluctant to give us anything.
What are you?
Well, this is a lot of pressure at mist, so I think I'm okay with this one.
Smelly fish. Yummy fish.
Here we go. I'll choose soon.
I think we still add it even though MCT is a card. Because these are a bit weak right now.
Well played.
Shady with the responsible plays. You don't have to kill him this turn. Not losing will do, right? Super safe plays is leaderboard, guys. We play safe for the leaderboard.
Lyra versus
You should never like feel like I'm like singling anyone out or something, right?
Watch your
Don't worry about it.
back.
It feels like a copy pasta. Could you verify you're not a bot, Elzerman? Right? Can somebody send him a CAPTCHA test? Alright. Gotta focus up for the game, guys.
Is someone injured?
That sounds what a bot would say, though. No, Elzer. I mean, I kind of make fun of everything, you know, that if you've been here for a while. So yeah.
Drink with me, friend.
Lordshire, come back. Okay. All right, I'm gonna pay attention to the game. I'm sorry, Alzaman, but like literally no one else has given me any heads up about this. Just no one else.
So many options.
Okay, Anariton, it's for you too. Okay. I'm gonna focus on my game now, guys. We can talk about that after the game.
will offer you aid.
Bite wheat baby.
Mind if I roll need?
Well, he gave me the Northshire. He will not.
So many.
So it doesn't matter for Shadow Madness.
The future is now.
I am one with the candle.
Brewer and pre-hit. It's pretty annoying for him, I'd say. Then he goes Cleric Heal. Then I have Perditions to finish it off. 4/4 in the Cleric. Could also not pre-hit. But then this one is just tied up. You could sap and bite weeds, but then Nova. It's not positioning stuff for us.
The future is now.
So as I said earlier, guys, I'll take a moment after this, and we can see what's going on with the connection. Because I have 0 drop frames here, or very close to 0. So that should really not be affecting stuff. Okay, we do have the option of just jamming the Sea Giant. I could also just combo the Perditions with the Biteweed. Bonk, 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 bonk. That's probably fine. Just kind of a funny order. Biteweed first, but it means the 3/1 lives. You could just drop the Giant, trade, but that feels Feels like a very nice Perdition, so we should just take advantage of that.
Here we go. Already attacked.
Can always play the Giant next turn, the turn after. The saps are ready to go, so ready for Amber for sure. Okay. So we could ignore the Death Rattle. You could also pop it and have your Sea Giant be 1 cheaper. He whiffed, that's nice. So you could just Sea Giant, face and the 1/1 into the 3/3, smart him for 7, have him trade. You could put face into the 2/2, and then Giant comes out for 4.
So many options.
Sap the 3/3, You could sap the 2/2, but that kind of also doesn't really make sense.
So many options.
Could hit here, and then trade for face, leave him with 1/1. Have a redagger up.
I'll choose soon. Here we go.
That's also fine. that's fine. If he goes Amber Statue, he's dead, so I kind of like baiting the... I kind of like baiting the initial, you know, like, hey, I've used my sap. You're okay to play your Amber.
Here we go.
The madness here is a little awkward, but you still have lethal here if he doesn't heal. It's also a psychological thing, right? The sap has been used, so you feel way safer to use Amber.
I must consider. Well played.
Well played.
Yeah, that looks desperate.
I cast arcane missile.
Alright. Now that I've rounded up the game, let's have a look at chat, right?
Valera versus Maiev.
But it's also pretty vague, right? Like,
My fury.
what can I do?
You're back.
The Worgen is a bit of a toss-up here. It feels not good enough because of Shadowblade and stuff. It feels like I would rather have a Mystic, maybe one of my own weapons, maybe Thug, and then coin Tar, hide the Thug behind it. I don't think like Worgen's high priority enough to coin Tar and put Worgen behind it. So we'll keep the Tar and we'll look. I only use Chrome? Yeah, I mean, like try a different browser and see if it gives me... Basically, if you want to help me solve the problem, try some different stuff, right? And then we can see if it's only a Chrome problem or something like that. All right, once again, I'm gonna go into the game now, properly thinking. We'll be talking about this after the game. It feels like we're just gonna coin the Frosty. It's a very nice hand. So that's what I mean, right? Where you you throw the Worgen because this deck has so many premium 3s, and then now we get rewarded with a coin 4/4. He just went for the dagger. Looks okay. Yeah, Stein, it's a haircut. I told him nice and short, because last time I had to go back, I don't know, like a month and a half, and it was already getting a little long. Whew, that's rough for him. So. They're like I always just give them the reassurance, don't worry, it's hair. If it's too short, it'll grow back. You know? Because I'm just like, just make it so that I don't have to come back too fast. Okay. Yeah, Tar just makes things really annoying here. Right, he might have had a Phoenix. Right, if you have Phoenix, you might give up the Stone Hill to the next turn, Phoenix and stab. The Tar blocks that play, which is nice. Okay, so his entire turn 4 and a dagger charge to deal with my turn 3. That's a good deal for us. Just in case anyone was wondering, like that is a good deal. That's what a good deal looks like. The Patient Assassin and the Fairy look good. Makes it really awkward, you can't just drop a rock here. Not that you really want to do that into Rogue anyways, but yeah. So in terms of positioning...
Go ahead. Make my day.
I think we want to keep him away from the patient, right? Because if you do it here, he can kill the patient. If you do it here, he can't kill the patient.
Job's done. Out of my jungle. It's time for a little blood.
Careful with the links, Frosty. I haven't banned you. Once again, guys, I'll take a moment after the game here. I'm gonna focus on my game now. I'll take a moment after the game to look at it. So he went Stonehill into Stonehill, sure. That's pretty slow. I hope we did that fast enough that he thinks we pulled Shadowblade and used it. Gives him a little less information. Sure.
Winter is here.
Might just fan here. Might just sap now that we hit the Yeti, honestly. And send it downtown. I'm thinking sap, Yeti, 10 face. Next turn he dies, pretty much. The other one would be fan, see what you get, kill it with face. Yeah, I don't like that enough.
Here we go.
I'm using the weapon because we have predictions and it might very well matter for lethal.
Winter is here.
Feels like he's not really doing anything.
Goodbye.
Alright. So let me have a look at it now. The bitrate was higher. Like 2.5K is actually still fairly low for what both my connection and my machine should be able to handle. I think initially it was a 4,000 or so, but I think maybe my OBS reset at some point. Alright guys, once again, going into the game. Like I said, I think for the vast majority of people, there's no problem. Otherwise, it would have had way more complaints. But hey, you know, if you can help out some people, why not?
The pleasure is mine. I wonder.
I don't hate the assassin here. Like coin tar, right? Or buffs and stuff.
Go ahead. Make my day.
A stranger will offer you aid.
Always pirates. It's fine, we can debate him in playing the 6, right? And then we shap it. Oh, he just gave us a giant. Nice. But we could also cheap shot 2 things. Hey! Don't mind if I do. Alright. He can reduce it to a 50-50. If I trade here, he will trade 50-50 here. I can also just cash it in now.
I wonder.
I am definitely killing
The future
this one already, I think.
now.
Could also just trade. But I feel like this getting hit isn't even the end of the world, right?
Soon.
The future is now.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, I'll look at it after the stream. If it's okay for now, then we'll you know, just bear with it. Just raising the bitrate could help.
I'm warning you. I'm unstable.
That appears to be the incorrect ordering. Please trade your Pyros into the 3-2 now. Just to verify that it was incorrect. Nice, okay.
Here we go.
Let's hope the giant makes it through this turn so we can heal it. That'd be nice. You could have traded into the 1-1 and healed it with Brewer, but that's 8 phase, not going phase, so don't like that.
By root and vine, your soul entwine.
So we know he's got Pyros for next turn, but if he plays the Pyros, he may just die. So I think we still just take the sap, because the sap's pretty strong here.
Here we go.
I think you have a higher chance to just win next turn if you smork him with that. What would have been correct? He should have put his Pyros into my minion first, so that in that case I would not be able to... Wait, does he live now because of that taunt totem roll? Baby rage. No, he doesn't. Lol. Alright, so it would have been correct for him to trade the Pyros in first.
Valera versus Uther.
I will.
Still no change of heart to craft the Golden Frustrator?
Your
No, I'm crafting the new cards, Transu. Classics and new cards. Is Swordsmith better than a dagger? I guess it is, right? Because then this can kill a tar. Okay, I'm gonna let this rope out while I'm doing English switch. Because those older cards are gonna rotate out a year before the new cards run soon. So if I want as close to full golden as I can get, I need to craft the latest ones and all classic and stuff. Do you prefer Frost over Blind Fox? Most of the time, yeah. It'll depend a little bit on how much value I have in the deck and how many good 3-drops I have. But very early in the draft, I picked the Frost Rider for sure.
Well met.
Well met. So I'm just wrapping up my stretches here, guys. I have some pretty bad wrists, so this helped me a lot.
Wanna blow something up?
You could just cheap shot that, that's not crazy. Because we're gonna be taking a whole lot of damage otherwise. It's 2 mana for 2 mana. Yeah, I think I do cheap shot it. Maybe I shouldn't have kept the Swordsmith, but at least it gives me a turn for Swordsmith Dagger if I want it. Because daggering it will mean we take 9. It's like backstab dagger without the dagger. Quite the bomber into the crab. I guess he was maybe fishing for a pirate. It's interesting that crabs are fishing pirates rather than pirates fishing crabs.
So many options.
Alright.
Hide the polar bears.
One more and then we're good, boys.
Not on my watch.
Oh, and a might? Holy shit, dude. Oh, wisdom, okay. That's a bit more manageable. So he just cycled, that's fine. Yeah, this Swordsmith keep is probably gonna burn us.
Here we go.
Feels like the Swordsmith's not gonna do anything. Oh, never mind. It's already doing things.
Here we go.
What are you hiding?
To Northrend!
Here we go.
It's time.
Fine Cleaver's gonna suck if we go Thug. But Elven is a lot less tempo. I think we need to hope for no Vine Cleaver.
Here we go.
Because the setup with the Brewer is too nice to go Elven here. But yeah, Vine Cleaver probably just seals the deal for him. still hurts, but it's not dying. So silver sword. I think I still sap this. Trade, heal, dagger his face. Let's keep it clean, keep the board clear. Because he didn't have the vine.
Here we go.
And silver swords would be kind of weird, because then I might just end up sapping the Snapjaw next turn anyway.
Hey, stranger.
That's pretty good. We can use combos. If he just replays the Snapjaw, it's a very easy clear. Shouldn't he keep sap for steed? He's not steeding if he doesn't have a board. And you create a lot of vulnerability to silver sword if you don't sap. It's a very nice sea giant. We can make it into 3. We can make it into 2. It's not enough to play everything. Duk, duk. 7, this goes to 3, that's not enough. This 4. I guess we might just hold the minstrel anyway.
Mind if I roll need?
Oh, I can play the minstrel and the giant. Okay, that's fine then.
There once was a man from Gildan.
That's a nice draw.
Here we go.
We'll see if one of these cards is silver sword. Not that he ever wants the silver sword here. We really dodged something where the thug didn't get fine cleavered, but it did feel like the correct play. It felt like everything else was a lot weaker. Or rather the minstrel was a lot weaker. Maybe meeker as well. Why the 1-3 instead of the 3-3? I think it still makes it a bit harder for him to effectively kill a thug. Maybe I was just like tunnel visioning the silver sword too much, right? He did have it though. He did have it. So versus silver sword, this feels better. Okay, so we got 23, 24, 25, 26. That's fine.
Here we go.
So had we not sapped the Snapjaw, it would be a lot worse. Primordial Drake is nowhere near enough. MC Tech my 8-8 is also not enough. I'll hold for a quality consec. But yeah, killing the 3-3 might have been better, right? Because then he just trades.
Well played.
Ready to ride.
No. It's not enough, right? No. But the trade on the 3-3 was indeed safer for sure.
The victory is yours.
Wow. The mini heart attack there.
Valera versus Uther.
I will fight with honor.
Watch your back.
Ooh, okay, okay, okay. It's a pretty powerful hand. You could just do this, and then you can coin Frosty, Thug, Dagger, Assassin. You could also do this, and then it's coin Assassin, Dagger, Thug. But Frosty is so powerful early game. I do feel like this is better. Yeah, Zardy, I think the Swordsmith wasn't better. But it's also the way how he played. You can't see the other players' ones, first of all, unless you ask them, right? But you can check mine. You can use exclamation mark stats.
Reporting for duty.
Hide the polar bear express.
Yeah, if you don't sap the turtle, he actually gets to kill your Thug with the Silver Sword. Whereas now it was really annoying for him.
A stranger will offer you aid.
The glory is mine.
All are super powerful early.
Out of my jungle.
Okay. We can go with Dagger Assassin. Or Dagger Amani. Still have the sap for the... Still have the sap for the Steed Swing. Okay.
Here we go.
The future is now.
Very strong early game from him because of Alder. If this card hits hard on turn 3, it's super nasty.
I wonder.
Yeah, alright, Stein. You can debate him. For sure. The assassin makes everything weird. Oh, poor guy. That is not what you want to play there. It does give us a bit of a read on his hand, right? He really doesn't want this to stick around. But yeah, we are super happy with that, and we will definitely take it.
Goodbye.
So if he does have Steed for this thing, it's fine. If it's Bells, it also can't kill the Thug, so that's also fine. I don't think I'll go for the Redagger, because Shadowblade might be a play.
It's
Here
time for a
we
little
go.
blood.
Yummy shroomies.
Okay. I think I will just go Shadowblade and Perditions and be a bit wasteful, but keep my Amani up. You could Perditions your Amani, but that seems worse.
I'll choose soon. Here we go.
It's actually a big thing, right? Where whenever the cute play is available, people tend to take the cute play. But the cute play isn't always the right play. Sap Minstrel 10 face is strong. It does open the option to steed this thing, which sucks. War Golem trade. Steed here trade. I think we actually allow the buff to happen here, right?
Choose soon.
No, we're gonna get in trouble if we don't play a bigger minion here.
Here we go.
Who you want to kill?
Our hand just doesn't support the Sap Minstrel right now. Well, we just replaced one big minion with another and kept our sap. That's a sap we're more than willing to take, I'd say. Question is whether the face goes face.
Who you want me kill?
Steed now 9. Can always go 8 and 1, right?
Here we go.
The victory is yours.
I guess the basic explanation there is the giant is an 8/8 and the unraveler is a 5/5.
Watch your back.
Okay. Might still dagger here. We throw away the predictions because Mystic is more likely to be better. Opponent kept one card. Unraveler could be key into Flame Strike this round.
So many options.
Go ahead.
I like the ability of the Assassin to make him play a little slower and then the Mystic deals with the slower line. Sure. If that's the turn, it's fine. Okay. Even now, it's probably still fine.
It's
Yeah.
time for a little blood.
So he has to ping on his turn 3, and we get a Yeti uncontested.
A stranger will offer you aid.
Ooh. Murmuring Elven. Oh no, it's combo, right?
My ancestors.
It's not Battle Cry, yeah. Murmuring Fox. He didn't ping. Cool. He didn't ping, boys. Your next Battle Cry triggers twice this turn. Ooh, that's a very nice combo then. So wait, will this deal... I guess it'll still deal 4, right?
The future is now.
He's not a fan of pinging the Amani either. Pulling Shadowblade here and using it is nice. You can use the Murmuring, but it feels unnecessary.
I
This is why we didn't pick the Assassin's Blade, because I want to have this happen, right? The guaranteed hit.
Here we go.
It deals 4, you're quite sure. Yeah, I guess so, right? Because it is Battlecry combo and it is comboed, so it should still apply. So we can deal 6 with that later. That's nice. It feels like just Bone Drake. The Unraveler you can just trade. If he goes Blizzards, we'll take 10 with bump Perditions, but we'll have the board. Dragon Slayer is a bit awkward. This just getting traded into, is it really that bad?
I wonder.
Guess it's okay if he Blizzards this. I think the main argument is Dragon Slayer. I kind of want the Unraveler out where he can't kill it immediately.
I wonder.
Okay. Not Blizzard. Okay. All these things are fine.
That didn't go as
Hmm. It's one hell of a taunt. Okay, so you can go for Fairy, Giant,
So many.
trade, leaving with the Shroom. You can also go for the Perditions line, but then you miss out on the Murmuring synergy, which you don't need. I think you just develop too many things to really care with this line.
I wonder.
And he didn't take that turn to go face, so I'm kind of okay with taking the damage. Sunday was great, Daikal. Sundays was great. Sunday was great.
The sun has set for me.
Oh, he's trading with that. Wow. Very defensive. So the expectation is runes.
A stranger will offer you aid.
Okay. So now it's more combat or spell related. I think this is where I use my combo. Bump, shoot, shoot, stab, face, face.
Choose soon.
That's nice.
Here we go.
Let me show you the arcade.
So it's Fox Unraveler or Nixia, obviously. Trying to figure out which one is lower chance for me to lose. I think blocking spells makes it harder for him to kill me. It also plays around MCT.
Here we go.
Finally balanced at 10 mana though. This thing was a little too good.
You win this.
Okay. Yeah, Collins is almost always on later, for sure.
Your back.
I think he'll be taking... he'll be taking Thursday off. We're throwing back the Worgen because I don't think 3/3s are good enough for this deck. We have so many premium 3s. If we didn't have the Frost Rider already, I wouldn't do this. So this is either Perditions now and clear, or kind of Frosty. Perditions now will result in him playing a 3-drop, which I will not be able to kill. Frost Rider now will result in me probably killing the 3-drop, and then only killing one of the flames. I think we'd be okay using Perditions here.
Here we go.
True Silver becomes much scarier because of that.
Ride the polar bear express.
I'll take 9 if I go for the bump line. But it does open up Shiny Finder Dagger next round. In case of True Silver, that is better. In case of Kings, 7 to bump. If he doesn't bump, I can't kill. Shiny Finder Dagger, turn 5.
Choose.
Yeah. It's actually a tough decision. I don't think we're gonna go for it. I think too many things can go wrong, but it's a tough call. I might even just go for cheap shot next turn to make things a bit smoother. That's why the Perditions was a bit monk-ass, right? Because we know we won't be able to clear the turn after. Okay. So we could just cheap shot, clear next turn, Shiny Finder, pull the Shadow Blade, use the Shadow Blade. He's probably gonna get a whole lot of 1/1s out. If I Shiny Finder, he'll get the 1/1s out regardless. With the option of killing my guy.
I wonder.
Could also trade cheap shot, but that feels way worse. I don't like it. That's the problem, because the 1/1s are gonna come out and it's gonna get weird. I don't think we have much choice. I don't really like anything else here.
Here we go. Can't do that.
It's because the Shiny Finder only has 1 health. That's quite the drawback on that particular board state. Because normally you're totally fine to just donk donk donk. It's fine. Well, maybe it was just better, right? Bump, 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 bump. Yeah. I keep it 3/1, but I have cheap shot in my hand and my dagger is equipped. Okay.
That was a mistake.
Mistakes were made.
I would have personally played 2 dudes first, but you know. He's like, what? It can become a 5/5?
Reporting for duty.
Wow, now he plays the 2 dudes anyway.
Reporting for duty.
That's a little weird. That's a little weird, my man. So Shiny Finder, Shadow Blade, trade a dude, let him trade the Shiny Finder. Keep a 5/4. Got the Sludge for Divine Cleaver on 7. Next turn, Bone Drake or Argent, whichever one suits best. Looks okay. So our opponent did some weird stuff. So funny enough, we got rewarded for how we played. Doesn't mean that we played well, but we got rewarded. We did get rewarded.
Out of my jungle.
I feel like most people play Stono like way too early, but I guess he's looking for something to bail him out, right? I guess I'm gonna expect to make 2 1/1s. No, okay. That's a pretty sweet commander. Get to clear the board, keep our Shadow Blade. We still have 2 saps. Let's hope he picked Tyrion. That's actually really good for us. Taram's always gonna be a little bit weirder. It's not a terrible Vine Cleaver turn for him, so we're ready with the Sludge. Okay.
Mind if I roll need?
Reporting for duty.
That probably warrants a sap. It's fine. Sap Tangle for Redagger? No need to Minstrel just yet.
I wonder.
You could go for the smack, trade, use coins, but I don't love that either.
A stranger will offer you aid.
Ooh. Does that mean I preserve my sap? Dunk, 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 dunk. That might very well mean we preserve the sap, yeah.
I must choose soon. Here we go.
There once was a man from Gilneas.
Because if it is Tyrion, having 2 saps is nice, and he's still on 30 health.
Warriors of the frozen wastes.
That's awkward to sap. That's really, really annoying, because we would have loved sapping, but it's just gonna... Alright, so can we set up lethal with the sap? We can, right? 12 plus 18. So if you sap 12 him in the face, and he didn't get Doom Pact, it's pretty good. The other one is trade your 5 and your 3, play your Fox and your Yeti, play a bit of a slower game.
I wonder.
Oh, you can't play Fox, Yeti, and sap, so it'd be... Oh no, you're not sapping. Could be Dagger, Hero Power even. Maybe even Raging Worgen. You could have Death and Decay, right? Death and Decay would also suck. Okay. We can answer questions after the game, guys. I'm focused right now. I don't really want to talk about other subjects.
I wonder.
Because it's still for leaderboard, and then once the leaderboard runs are over, I don't mind playing a lot worse again.
Reporting for duty.
Oh, you just have a Tarim in your deck? Okay. Fun. Lol, buff my lifesteal guy, buddy. Lol.
Here we go.
Could have gotten that magic shell, so kind of need to trade anyway. Feel like we're kind of getting robbed this game, Lich King Tarim. But we'll see. Because that's two things that we couldn't sap. Ooh. Oh, he has Tyrion main deck as well. That's actually good for us. Like you might go like Brokeback, Paladin Brokeback on this, but that's actually good for us because that means that's 2 turns where we can make him waste 8 mana and then ooze the Ashbringer in the end anyway. I'm not sure if it's worth to play the Swordsmith, but I guess it is. The thing is, do I even want to play Unravel or do I want to tempo the Sludge? I guess the Swordsmith sets up the Drake in a way, right?
Bring me steel.
Death to the traitor king.
So, main deck Tyrion, main deck Tarim. That's pretty nasty. Gotta say, that's pretty nasty. Does Tyrion get offered to something that's not Tarim?
Come, my pretty birds.
Ooh. That's good news.
Reporting for duty.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Do do do. Do 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 do. Da da da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Alright. Nice.
Reporting for duty.
I'll never tell.
I'll never tell. So Tyrion and a random card. Got one more sap for the Tyrion. Oh.
Here we go.
Feels like a Tyrion turn for him, right? And then we win with the sap.
Let me think. Reporting for duty. Put your faith in the light.
Well played.
Wow. I'm not sure what that does to your self-confidence when it's Tyrion, Lich King, Tarim, and you lose. I guess he misplayed with the Think Master, right? Yeah. And he kind of low-rolled-ish the Death Coil, I suppose. So. No, we didn't even need the Sludge. That's pretty funny.
Well played.
Don't make a new video. Every time you do, Blizzard changes the meta. Maybe we have some spies here. Yeah.
Watch your back.
All right, guys. Who is this? Who is the spy for Blizzard here? In my super secret public stream, who's spying for Blizzard? This one's interesting. We can coin threes, but you can also do this into dagger. They've been pretty good for us. I'm not gonna let them down. Alright guys, just focus now. Because we can actually increase our leaderboard average by still a decent little bit. I don't think killing us too immediately is that important, and he might just make a dude, so feels better to deny him some face damage and kill it now. Not to mention you can win Fury, right, if it's a dude. Nice. You can get the redagger going, but the patient is strong. Blocks the tar, it doesn't block the loan. If he plays lone, it's probably just Frosty. Frosty. We might take that kill. Because Bells kill the Frost Rider is a little weird. True Silver once again will hit hard. Master Swordsmith Dagger. He may or may not take the kill. The Tank of Fur allows me to go double 2 into the True Silver. The Frost Rider can just be so much better if it's a 3-5 or something, right? We can manage our mana, not too bad. It's an early sap, but he can't really replay it. If he replays it, I destroy him, so it's fine. We should be able to keep him off board for Steed, meaning that sapping early, it's kind of like we block the Steed. If he makes a dude here, then it's kind of weird. He should probably just replay it here, Arrogant.
Reporting for duty. Born underground, suckled from a teeth of stone, raised in the dark, the safety of a mountain home, skin made of iron, steel in our bones. To dig and dig makes us free. Come on, brother, sing with me.
think we need to respect the tech for now. Keep our swordsmith out of consecration range. I went for Tangle Fur because him getting a spread is good for our giant. The Worgen was tempting. Okay. It's a bit of an unfortunate buff target in that case, but we're still miles ahead. We're fine with that. Okay, with the second sap drawn, we feel pretty safe. It does feel like we are going into the tech now, which sucks. But I think we have no choice. The Grunt blocks the Vine Cleaver nicely.
What you want?
Consecration isn't really an option for him, so I'll preserve my Dagger Charge in case I really need it next round. Oof, yeah. Unless he can kill this, Consecration isn't really an option. We have made ourselves a bit more vulnerable to a Primordial Drake, in case he did pick it. Ghoul is fine. We will not put the Tangle Fur in Drake / Consecration range, that's for sure. We could play Fairy and Sea Giant, but I feel like just the War Golem will do. And this is an example, by the way, of how saving that Dagger Charge means you can do this now. If it buffs the War Golem, we get to chunk the Prime Drake, which is nice. The way how he played that Ghoul, it did kind of feel like he was offering me to trade with the 3/4, making his Drake a lot better. I don't think we'll see the Drake even if he has it. Oh, looks like Taram's coming out. Yeah, okay. So we got 4 on the Perditions, which means that we can get away with keeping our Swordsmith and getting the Giant out. Meaning that if he does have a Primordial Drake, it's not that bad. Still an insanely bad trade for us because Taram is Taram. What you gonna do, huh? Can't get the Fairy out, I think, right?
Here we go.
Still a pretty good position if it's just a big boy. The sap's nice. If he has another way to deal with a big minion, it gets a little weird. Then we might have to sprint and the game becomes a lot more complicated.
How long can this
Currently not lethal.
can this go on?
4 damage off.
I'm drop dead.
Might just sap that again to keep it clean. Will the face go face? It does feel that way. I think sap the 5/2 is totally fair. On the other hand, well, if he gets the steeded, he gets to kill something, right?
I wonder.
We can pause for a moment. Definitely not sprinting. The Bone Drake's too much tempo to sprint. We're definitely double trading. The question is face with face, redagger Bone Drake, or sap it.
So many.
He replays it next turn and then steeds it. That's a little bit what I'm afraid of. He goes to 10. I think we hold the sap, the more I think about it. I think it's better to invite the steed, and we can still have lethal through it. Will we respect the tech here? I think it still makes sense. He's drawn some cards since, right? I don't think we've actually been in tech range that much. So Steed bumps this up to 8. So if he steeds, he will kill the Drake. And then Sap should win. If he's afraid of Sap, he will trade the Giant. And then we don't have lethal yet. If he's watching my stream, he will also do that. But I don't think that's a super crazy play.
Your magic shall not save you.
Oh. Oh no, it was 8, right? Yeah. I was like, interesting decision by him. I feel like I sludge now because we're too close to killing him that weapons don't really matter anymore. Like he can Vine Cleaver or Silver Sword this turn and he dies, so that's why you don't have to hold the sludge. If he's on far higher health, it might be a good idea to hold it still.
Out of my jungle.
The wall, okay.
X marks the spot.
Okay, looks like we got him.
Reporting for duty.
Well played. Here we go.
Clean. Hey. Swordsmith had some nice value for sure. 12 baby. Very nice, very nice. We're actually just crushing Terrams. That feels good. People are playing Terram and we're like, whatever, dude, whatever. That's a good feeling. People are dropping Terrams against us and it's like, whatever, bro. I knew you were gonna Terram me. It's cool. I'll kill you anyway. Hey, money. You like money. Oh, yeah.